Featherweight action here. Aureo Cruz, Amisi Kabeya. This fight's officially underway. Round one is brought to you by Dragon Energy Drink. High-powered energy drink. Look for that limited edition can. The Cyrus Feast can will be coming out in December, I hope. If you're listening, I'll drink the heck out of some Dragon Energy if you put my face on it. I'll drink it anyways.
It's Cyrus Feast Special Edition Dragon Energy for EFC 100. That sounds great. Bit of a cagey opening. Aureo Cruz didn't make weight at the weigh-ins yesterday and has been fined a significant amount of his purse, but he didn't really try and cut any further, so his cardio should be okay. Fighting at altitude, Kabeya is really used after training for several years up in Pretoria, so it won't be a problem for him. Oh, nice swing and a miss.
Cruz looks very composed, doesn't he? He looks like he's supposed to be there.
Yeah, he's got nice movement, hasn't he? He's doing compact, some nice little angles. It was Kabeya who's coming forward, looks for the oblique kick, no dice. Inside leg from Cruz.
Walking four faces down, and four faces is a very intimidating guy, and Aureo Cruz looks so much bigger than him and is just walking down the veteran here, and that's not something you see very often.
Yeah, it's interesting on the tape. You're talking about the height being pretty much the same, and it's a 3-inch reach advantage going to Amisi Kabeya. They're very different build. Their stats are spot on, but they are very different athletically.
He looks taller.
He does.
There's no doubt about it.
No, there's no two ways.
Are you in charge of the stats now?
No, I'm not in charge of the stats now. Oh, it's a good right from Aureo Cruz, and he doubles up. He's got the double. Scrambles.
Aureo Cruz swarmed him in complete control. Quick transition. This one's not going to last long. It's not going to last long at all. Aureo Cruz looks really, really good right now. Manhandling Amisi Kabeya, not an easy task. But it all started with the strike. Right down the middle, stunned him, and now Cruz is on his way. Nice tight hook on the left side. Amisi Kabeya may have an early night tonight if he doesn't get out of this predicament.
Yeah, it was a tough one. It was a good scramble. He was certainly rocked and had to go for the double to see if he could reset himself, but it's only put him in an even worse position. Little pity-patty shots coming in from the side from Cruz. Got to be careful he doesn't get the back of the head. Like you said, you like that left leg, just stopping the escape, turning around into his opponent. The only way he can turn around is into the right, and then he'll be giving up his back even more and laying himself open to the rear naked. So it's a tough position to be in. Cruz just nice and patient, just pity-patty shots, just softening him up and see if he can wait for the opening.
Yep, looking for his opening here. 2 minutes to go, more than enough time.
Amisi Kabeya looking over.
Amisi Kabeya, he's looking to his corner and he's listening. We'll see if he's able to do anything about it. It's one thing to get the instructions and have an idea of what you want to do, and it's another thing to do it. And it's going to be tough. Kabeya, though, doing a good job working on those wrists.
Oh, good turning by Kabeya.
Wow.
Beautiful explosion.
Wow. And now look from the bottom. Don't be surprised if Aureo Cruz doesn't throw those legs over the top.
There's Zico Makangele screaming out in Lingala. But Amisi Kabeya is completely opposite side of the hexagon. But I think that was the explosion they were looking for. And it certainly worked. Listening to Zico Makangele and BIA head coach Conrad Siabi. So let's see what Cruz can do off his back. See how brown that BJJ belt is. And see what Kabeya can do with just under a minute left in the first. Old school round the back of the head. Controlling it nicely is Kabeya. Getting in some shots.
I feel like I owe four faces an apology. I really thought that we were beginning at the end there. It looked like Cruz was on his way. Kabeya really showed some heart. Really showed his skills there, able to get out of that situation against a professional debut.
Yeah, it's a nice big elbow winging down there. I just think he said to himself, I'm not going to lose by submission in this hexagon ever again. And I think that's what Siabi has been telling him these past several months in preparation for this fight. You will not lose by submission. It looked done, didn't it? It was a good seated position. Cruz had the back and was riding the back very nicely. It was just a great explosion by Kabeya to turn it around and finish that round very strong.
Yeah, he did finish it strong. I don't know that he takes the round, but certainly did a good job, and that is a moral victory, getting out of a predicament like that. Goes back to his corner. Said Conrad Siabi there, looking on, former middleweight contender here in the EFC. That's the Restonic corner cam here, folks. And yeah, a great performance there by Kabeya. Can he really deliver some damage? I think that's the difference. He was able to get out of a predicament, but now we need to see him score. Let's take a look at that Restonic action replay, Simon.
Yeah, it was a nice flurry at the beginning by Kabeya. Cruz's angles were really good, and that's the one that more of a slip than anything else. But really, it was a comfortable position for Aureo Cruz. Just a beautiful explosion in the turn from Amisi Kabeya. I think Aureo Cruz was actually surprised. Both lads are sweating and getting very slippy. Conrad Siabi really trying to fan his fighter and cool him down. It's very hot.
I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a technical name for it, but I don't know what that is.
I'm going to call it the frozen frog splash.
Sure.
Why not? And now we got Cruz at the back again at Kabeya, fighting the wrists, a couple of knees into the right thigh of Amisi Kabeya. Four faces just fighting the wrists. Right in the corner of BIA though.
Looking very strong here. Aureo Cruz once again on that back, trying to ride Kabeya down with a lot of time to work with.
Perfect.
One thing that Kabeya has is that he's in his own corner, so he can listen to the instructions. He did such a good job before and was able to get out of that situation. Let's see if he can do the same again. Right now, eating a lot of right hands.
Yeah, a lot of shots coming in. He's got nowhere to go. It's good control from Cruz. Conrad Siabi screaming out to
Bobby
defend.
Karadjanides, he's going to have to step in unless he does something. He's got to move.
Cruz mixing it up, going to the body, head. Now he's sticking with the head. He's not going anywhere. Karadjanides is giving him a warning. He needs to do something. Zika Makangele really screaming, it's all over.
There it is. He has to stop it. Kabeya had to move, and he didn't move. He could have gone on, but he would not change positions. Aureo Cruz, welcome to the EFC. What a win for Cruz. A dominating victory here in round two for the Angolan prospect. He could be real special, man. He has all the trappings, all the makings of a future champion.
Yeah, it was a superb debut for him, wasn't it? And he is very happy with that win. And Amisi Kabeya's face certainly wearing the scars of war. And Angola certainly has an exciting new prospect. What a way of making your pro debut on the main card of EFC 98. A card that is absolutely stacked as we take a look at the Restonic action replay. Yeah, just
big right hands. Yeah, I mean, you know, and no doubt, Bobby was telling him over and over again, you got to move, defend yourself. And just by putting your hand up there and staying in that same spot is not enough. And the thing is, they tell him that in the rules meeting over and over again. And Kabeya most likely knew his situation and doesn't seem to be disputing it. So, big win for Aureo Cruz. And the future is so bright for him, Simon. I could really see some big things for Cruz.
Yeah, he looked great, didn't he? On the ground,
yeah, he does.
Perhaps a little bit too patient in the first, but certainly not swayed by the bright lights of the hexagon. I think when Amisi Kabeya got up, he was complaining to a referee, Karadjanides, about some shots to the back of the head. I certainly didn't see any. You can see any kind of wounds were certainly on the front of his face. He wasn't really trying to escape. It was good control. He was nicely tied up in all the other frames by Aureo Cruz. Really nice and patient. Once he realized that Amisi Kabeya wasn't really going to be able to escape, just lay down those hellacious right hooks, just winging in. Bobby Karadjanides gave Amisi Kabeya all the chance in the world, and that was a good stoppage.
Well, let's make this official.
Minutes and 30 seconds of the second round. Declaring your winner by TKO due to strikes, recording his very first EFC win, Aureo Cruz.
Well, I'm here with the winner Conrad Siabe, always graceful after war. Aureo. Sharife. Just grab that for me. You got to